Okay, Friday morning in the kingdom and it turned chilly. Yes, minus 20 Celsius, but feels like minus 31. We got a slight breeze, which is good. Also on the yo-yo scale, minus 3 Fahrenheit, but feels like minus 24 Fahrenheit. Ooh, it feels chilly. All right, so today, oh, today it's supposed to warm up a bit. Yes, I don't see it. I think that wind's going to keep it chilly. Yes, trust me, I've lived here for almost 30 years. It's all lies, so I know what the weather's like. It'll be a shop day today because the staff's knee is hurting because of a change in the weather. Oh my, she's getting old. I remember bringing her home from the hospital that day. Oh, that was many years ago, almost 30 years ago. Also too, thank you very much for the coffee this week. Yes, we appreciate that. And Sir Rodney will be purchasing items to go on the pallet to come north. And to speak of that, Johnny G is in town early today. He doesn't have much freight. He didn't have much freight on Wednesday, and he didn't have much freight on Friday. So the day how would you say, Sir Rodney ships the pallet north for us, that's when Johnny G will have 2 full trailers on Wednesday and Fridays. That's the way it works out. When we're not getting a shipment from the south, the trailers are empty. When we're getting a shipment, the trailers are full. Pretty smart thinking, eh? All right. Also, too, we're supposed to be a booming mining town to going into production. Oh, wait, everything's been put on hold after the great fires. Yes. Probably getting their tushy sued. All right, we backed up. There we go. It's tried to snow. We got a skiff of snow last night. Just enough so we can track the wilderness wild animals. Yes. All right, we'll scroll a bit more. See, it's still dark. The yard lights are on. The me phone is correcting for darkness. I should get out an old Polaroid camera and do this intro. Then we can show how dark it is out here. All right, there we go. Oh, the flags are moving. All right, we got some wind. All right, where's useless one? There's useless 2. It's not even spinning. But look at the flags. They are just moving right there. Can we see them? Look at that. There's the Sweden flag. Yes. All right, I better get the me phone back in. Today will be a shop day. But oh well, we deserved it after, how'd you say, all the drama this week with new products not working. Oh well, here comes the boss.
Friday morning in Whoville, it's just after 9:30, and as you can see, there is no sunrise. It's actually pretty windy out here right now and still trying to snow. It's been on and off snowing most of the night, but not much has come down. Now let's head inside, let the dogs out and make breakfast. Then at 1 p.m. I'll head over to the kingdom. Hopefully the quad starts.
Okay, sitting in the office looking out the window, we can see useless 1, the wife, and the flags, and the wind tangles that one up naturally. And we have the birds going back and forth to the bird feeder. Yes, we had some little extra dog food that got spilt, so I put it in the bird feeder tray. And it is windy out there, or getting windy, and it is nasty. All right, look at the flags go, but nothing with useless. Oh well. Okay, so Amazon has the 5th book of my writing career on for being free as an ebook, and it's the first book of the Naughty Natalie series, and that's a 37 Dodge hot rod truck. And this is me growing up in the small town of Alexander. Yes, they hate me too. I tried to donate part of my parents' estate to them and they blew me off. Oh well. All right, so this book is free. That'll change over at midnight tonight, and there's the link for the paperback, and this will be free as an ebook from December 6th to the 10th. Link in the description. Okay, the next book that Amazon will have on for free is the first book in my early IH Crawlers Mechanical series. Yes, we call them IH Cats because we're Canadian. Yes, cats. So I got tired of typing out long emails. We don't post on forums or B&Bs anymore because it doesn't work. So I decided to take all my knowledge for 40 years of working on these cats and share the knowledge on how to work on them without money. Yes, you don't go out and buy a whole bunch of expensive parts for a cat that is not worth that much money when it's up and running. So this book is the start of the series, and it works out very well. So if you can get it free as an ebook now, and then all the pictures are in color and everything in the details. All right, so this book will change over to 0 at midnight, and that's how you purchase the paperback, and the link will be in the description. Okay, a little chilly in the shop. Yes, the wood stove didn't kick in or got up to temp, so it's only like 50 degrees in here. Yes, and also too, I was in the house there on the phone and being a social butterfly, and I knew something was up because I could watch in the camera there and note the swinging thermometer. Yes, swinging back and forth because the electric furnace over here cut in, so the air blows up and it moves the thermometer, the temperature gauge. Yes, thermostat, thermometer. Yes, so it was swinging, so I knew the stoves had gone out. Plus, looking at the cameras to see the wood stove smoke coming out the chimneys, which wasn't very good. All right, so the shop's a little chilly in here, so we'll have to find something else to amuse ourselves until the heat builds up. Okay, so over at the whole shack here, we're just burning this scrap wood and some trees that don't fit in the wood stove for the house. So it's nice and toasty warm in here as always. So let's clean up in here. It's quite the mess. So we'll spend an hour in here before lunch to impress the boss. Okay, I strung out the, how would you say, oh, these lips. All right, I strung out the 5 intense LED lights here, but there's missing one because we have it in shop there, because we always found that we needed an extra single light for when you're off-grid living, when the power goes out. So we hung these up. We have to stay away from the wood stove because this area gets really warm and stuff. And we put the power cord right here. It goes into this plug-in outlet, but also too, when the power goes out, we have to power this fan to send the wood stove heat in for the dogs. Yes, the dogs have to stay warm even during a power outage for off-grid living. So then we run the cord from here out to the power source or to the house or to the shop. So this cord basically will get inverted, changed around, because right now that power goes outside to power the skill saw to plug something in. Oh, these lips. So that we're not finishing the detailing of the lights because this one's just kind of hanging here. Once the power goes out, we have lots of time for fine detailing because we have to monitor everything. We'll be in and out of the buildings and stuff like that. So just temporary put it in. Then when the power goes out and you're using these lights, then that's when you adjust them properly. Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom and it's nasty out there. The wind is windy and cold. All right, so let's go have some lunch in the microwave or burn some lunch in the microwave, and then we'll get to work cutting some more firewood.
Almost 12 p.m. and I just came outside to put Mr. Heater on the quad. Hopefully the heater starts. I already have it plugged in. Now let's see. This is what it did last time and then it didn't catch. It's also still pretty nasty out here right now. That wind is cold and it's blowing snow. It's still trying. Well, that did not work. It did the same thing as last time. It just kept clicking like it wanted to turn over, and then it just timed itself out and didn't turn over. We had it working in the kingdom, put it on the quad, brought it here. I started it yesterday and it worked. Then I put it inside, bring it out today, nothing. I don't think it's that cold out here. The quad should be able to start. I do keep the battery inside. If the quad doesn't want to run, I will pull the Yamaha out at 1 p.m. Now let's head inside and make lunch. I will be bringing this back to the kingdom and it'll most likely end up in the scrap pile. Almost 1 p.m. and I'm just finishing up lunch and fed the dogs, and I'll put the battery on the quad and start it up. I'm doing my video now because once I get it started, I'll scoot over to the kingdom in case it dies again. Now let's get the quad started and head over. Made it to the kingdom. The quad had no problem getting here. I don't want to shut it off in case it doesn't start again. We put the Mr. Heater on the table here, and the fan doesn't want to spin. I've had it in the house the whole time, and this cap isn't supposed to be leaking, and as you can see, what a mess. We even covered the top. This thing just leaks no matter what, and then the fan doesn't want to turn. It'd be different if I had this sitting outside, but it was inside since yesterday, so it was nice and warm and should have worked. Up at the house, and I just had to put my dad's laundry in the dryer and drop off his supper. He is just cutting up some trees for the host shack and the house here, so I'll head down and hook onto the wagon and bring it around. 1:30 and I just got the wagon filled and all the pails. There was 5 pails, 3 of them were for the house, so I already put them up at the house. I don't want to shut the quad off in case it doesn't start again, so I'll hook onto the wagon, bring it down to the host shack and dump it, and then I'll grab the firewood my dad is cutting by the house. Up at the house, and my dad just finished cutting all the trees. The stuff on the back here is for the house, and then the stuff on the ground beside me is for the host shack. Now we'll load everything up and put it away. Just made it back up to the house after dropping off the firewood, picking up all the little stuff, and now I'll head back around to the shop and give my dad a hand cutting up all the timbers. 2 p.m. and I'm back down at the shop. Now my dad will quickly cut up these timbers here and we'll put them into the shop. Shouldn't take us very long. Then tomorrow we can put some sides on this and then load it again with more timbers. We were just cutting up the timbers and we seen a flash of light. Couldn't figure out what it is. It is so cold that the wire snapped right here. Not sure if you can see it. That's all open right there. Not sure if he can fix that. We might need a new skill saw. My dad went to the shed and he found the other skill saw. This one here is dated for January 2022. So this is the newer one. Hopefully we do not break this one. We only have 6 more timbers to do. Just got a bunch of timbers into the shop. There's 4 more left on the salvage sloop. So we're just going to stack them outside by the tank here. And then the salvage sloop is ready for tomorrow. 2:30 and we got all the timbers cut up. I lined them up outside the shop, that way my dad can grab them when he needs. Now I'm going to quickly shut the quad off and see if it'll start again. Then I'll head home and shut the quad off and see if it'll start again, and then go up and do mail, and hopefully the quad will start over at the post office. But I'm officially done in the kingdom. Just got home from checking the mail. There was nothing there today, which is normal. Good thing the quad started. I just put it away. Now let's head inside and let the dogs out, and then I can do the weather at 5 p.m.
Okay, after coffee in the kingdom, 2 hours of wood cutting. That's pretty good. Yes, we got lots of wood. Also, too, the saw here, it's so cold, we just kept taping the cord up and taping it up, and then it finally broke. But that's acceptable. All right, so over here, this thing's a piece of crap. Also, too, the dead giveaway 2022. That was after the great lockdowns. So who's saying there's any quality in this piece of crap? Yes, we're thinking, all right, this thing here, we think the vanes are swelling up. Yes. So why do they all of a sudden get tight? Oh, wait, I sprayed WD-40 in there as a lubricant. So it could be a chemical reaction to those veins. And being 2022, the great lockdowns and stuff like that. Okay, who said this is quality parts? Like, this thing is starting to piss me off. This leaking around here, that's unreal. It's did that since day one. Unreal. So we pay a lot of money so I can sit here. So this is what, 4 hours working on it. So probably another 2 hours today. Plus the grief and heartache. I think we're going to have to run over this thing with a cat and hang it on the wall with the MIG welders and the plasma cutter. But we don't have a replacement yet. So once we get another Chinese heater, then we can do that. Unreal. So we're going to take it apart, smear this in, plug it in, leave it for an hour, and whatever is left, hopefully there's enough clearance there for the little vanes to spin. Oh well. Okay, 4:30 in the kingdom, and we got this thing kind of working. We put lots of valve grinding compound on, let it spin, 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 spin. And we also made another gasket for here. All right, we used the inner tube, and it seals it up. It's going to leak. Like, this thing's an embarrassment. Yes, I just can't believe it. And we paid a lot of money for it. It is running, and it's got some extra flames out the side here. See the blackness? So most likely it's just 2-stroke oil we put in the diesel fuel to lube everything up. Yeah, lube everything up. This thing's unreal. So if we take this top off one more time, these screws are actually toast. They won't tighten up. We had to put a tarp strap in here because the plastic broke on there. Like, we didn't touch it and it broke. Unfreaking real. This is like 100% junk. Let's see if we can take it outside and see if it enjoys the cold weather. It might be Mr. Heater to be used indoors only at plus 70 degrees Fahrenheit.
5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's minus 22 degrees Celsius, which is minus 7 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. It was pretty chilly in the kingdom this afternoon, and the wind is starting to pick up, which makes it even colder. Now let's head inside, let the dogs out, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, we took Mr. Useless Heater outside, and it didn't work. All it did was a smoke show. It worked on the bench, took it outside, just nothing but a smoke show. As you can see, the raw fuel is just dripping out at this end here. Yes, just dripping out. We've done everything with this, supposedly it's a control here, this ball and screw thing. Quite can't figure that out. All right, let's turn it on. Here, I'll put this over here. All right. Total waste of time. Okay, but on a positive note, the fan turns. I think we're wasting their time. I think the D6 cat's going to have to fix this. Total waste of time. And the screws have now stripped out on the front here. And to take this nozzle out, these are almost stripped out. You can't turn it, because in some videos you can turn it, but the thing is when you tighten that brass tip into the plastic, it expands and you can't turn it. Yes, my God, what a piece of junk this piece of crap is. I think the D6 is going to have to run over this, and I think we'll take that Mr. Chinese heater and make it portable, and the staff can take it to her house, and then she can just drag it out, toss the battery on the ground, and heat up her quad. Okay, that's a cold wind out there. We got the extension cord strung out because we need that 38 GMC service truck running tomorrow so we can do some welding. Yes, some welding. We wasted too much time today. It's cold, it's windy out here. Let's quickly walk the dogs and then, I don't know. We're not going to look at videos on a diesel heater. We're going to look at videos with movies with boobies. All right, let's go walk the dogs, make a video, and relax. Talk to you later.